Back now at 8:09, and what a difference a year makes. Last year, Charlie Sheen had what many would call a very public meltdown. Got into a nasty war of words with the creator of the sitcom 2.5 Men, and it cost him the role that made him television's highest paid actor. Now, a year later, Sheen says he's a changed man, and he's shooting a new sitcom for FX called Anger Management. Charlie, welcome back. It's good to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
I'm going to start off with something that's going to sound awful at first, but bear with me, okay? There were people who probably, last year at this time, would have placed a bet that you might not even be around. And I mean literally.
Yeah, I would support that, sure.
Literally. So
yeah, I would have taken that action.
You would have? You really? But I was going to say, if I had inside information, I would have changed the bet.
Yeah, Matt, go for it.
Yeah, but I mean, you know that there were people who thought you were on such a steep spiral.
Yeah. That
it was going to end really badly.
Yeah, it's interesting because I was going to do a documentary with all the footage that I'd shot during the tour and the whole build-up during the meltdown, which is actually, it could be a nice case study one day. And in looking at a lot of the stuff, I kind of went, ooh, whoa, can't put that back out.
It bugs you to look at it?
It was a little cringeable, yeah. It went because I didn't recognize parts of who that guy was. I mean, the verbiage and him looking like a real insane wordsmith was fine, but it was a trip down.
Is it weird to have looked back and experienced what seems like an out-of-body experience?
Yeah, it is. Just wish it was somebody else's body. But no, it's you said it's been a year. It's either been a day or 100 years. I mean, it's either like that or
perspective.
Yeah.
Did you pull yourself through the weeds, or did you have someone close to you, a family member, a friend who grabbed you by the collar and said, you got to get out of this place?
It was a team effort that was ultimately led by myself, because it has to be to make a decision to fix or change any situation. But yeah, no, there was a lot of close friends. There was a lot of support. There was not a lot of people close by saying, hey, dude, you might just want to take a step back and let's just watch this. Now, you're sure about this? So it's
you didn't have that kind of safety net at the time you needed it.
Yeah, but I would say, what do you mean? It's brilliant,
Things are going well now. I mean, you've got a sitcom that you've already begun to shoot. You're in a couple of high-profile commercials. You're going to be featured in a movie.
Yeah.
Is this where you thought you could get in a year?
No, I thought it would take at least 13 months. It's a joke. Sorry. Thank you. I didn't really have a plan. I was just, I guess the plan was to just reintroduce myself to America and to the media and just say, sorry about that, but here's what's happening now.
Kind of a relaunching.
Yeah, but it's a trip. It's not that much time to have put this much back together.
There have been some headlines. There was some video that TMZ got not long ago. You were, I think, coming out of a Guns N' Roses concert, and
that was Ramon. That was my brother Ramon, who's here actually. He was going to come on camera and admit that this morning.
To the untrained eye, it appeared that you were slightly looped.
Well, yeah. And you can't, any defense attorney will never go to trial with video evidence against him. Hello. Not that any crimes were committed. And it's like, I didn't write Mr. Brownstone. I didn't write the damn song. But if you don't drink a lot and you go out and there's Guns N' Roses and things and suddenly it's on.
However, you are someone who has you're someone who's been to rehab in the past.
Right.
You've admitted issues with drugs. I don't know one addiction specialist who would tell a guy in your position it's okay to drink.
Well, if you do, I should probably go to that guy. Sorry. No, you're right. But I have different theories about the whole thing. One of them is park near the VIP exit.
So you don't get caught in the street. TMZ.
Yeah.
But are you comfortable having a drink from time to time and not being afraid that you're going to slip back into a much darker place?
Yeah, because I don't believe that whole piece of fiction that they insist that you have an allegiance to. But that's just me.
You're not preaching it to other people.
No.
You start this new sitcom. You're one of the owners, basically. You work for yourself. Right. But you've got partners.
So if I'm late, who do I?
Well, it's what I'm getting at. If you have an issue, first of all, did they make you sign, or did anyone make you sign some sort of behavior clause? Do you have to go through random drug testing?
No, there's no testing unless something obvious happens. I show up covered in blood, somebody else's. No, but and there's morals clauses in any contract. You probably had to sign one.
Absolutely.
18 years ago.
We have drug testing here.
Yeah, that dog that comes through. Yeah, no, it's they're getting pretty serious about it. Well, there's so much money at stake these days. I don't blame them.
Well, but also other people's livelihoods. When the whole 2.5 Men thing
Yeah,
melted
exactly.
down, there are people who were put on the shelf for a while
I know.
who needed to make a living. So you have a responsibility.
Of course, yeah, and that was the crux of my argument against against the studio and against Chuck. But we're past all that.
Do you think when the crew and the other cast members are working on this sitcom with you, they look at you a little like a volcano and they wonder when you might erupt?
I covered that in an opening speech to them on day one.
Did you really?
Yeah. We have it on video somewhere. I don't remember what I said, but got a big laugh. Everybody felt good about it, But no, that's because I couldn't. I think I mentioned to you I couldn't have the 2.5 thing be my television legacy. I couldn't have that. It end on that note. So, so if this is going to be the swan song, then it's got to be a beautiful experience. And so far, 8 days there was more fun than 8 years.
You play a therapist, which is kind of funny in itself, I think.
Just start there.
Yeah, right. What's he like, this guy?
He's flawed. I mean, he's an ex-ball player who had anger issues, whose career ended because of an incident. Trying to, I don't want to give too much away. Trying to break a bat, didn't go well. And he's a guy that just wants to give something back, And so, if there was one person for the job, you weren't available. Hello. So
you, I guess, called into TMZ at some point, and you had some harsh things to say about 2.5 Men and Ashton Kutcher. I
having a moment. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess you've apologized to Ashton Kutcher. You said
I did, yeah,
the show
stupid.
stunk and he stunk.
Yeah,
And are there some lingering bitter feelings?
A little bit, but I gotta just work through that. I could probably just do it in group on my show, just not out loud. No, it's. I just wish they'd taken better care of the child left behind, and coddled it a little more.
They're bringing your character back, I understand, next month as a ghost. But the catch is, who's playing
It's
you?
Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
I was honored. If that's supposed to be an insult, they missed because I was honored.
I'm not sure what to make of it, but it's pretty cool. If we sit down a year from today, Charlie, what's going to be the story?
It'll be on my yacht. Sorry. It'll be the same, only better, and we'll actually look younger, you and I.
From your mouth to God's ear. Charlie, it's good to see you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, man.
very much.
Right on.
Appreciate it. We should mention that Anger Management premieres on the FX network on June 28th.
Right.